You just want me to come.
And there he goes. And he's off. For the first pane of glass.
Uh-oh.
Please welcome the wickedly talented one and only Adele Dazeem.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ludacris featuring Sum 41.
Family, 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 family.
Okay.
Piss cam
Here we
on.
are. Piss cam
Show
is
is ready to go.
Show is ready. Okay, here we are.
Popping
We're in
off.
it. We're doing it. Hey, welcome to Board Castle Weekly. That's what the show has always been called.
Yeah.
That's what it's always been called. And this is the co-host that I've always had, Ben Harkins.
Yes, the
I'm
first
Clancy
and only co-host, Board Castle Weekly.
Nobody else has ever sat in that position, and the show has always been called Board Castle Weekly.
We're getting ready to slop it up. That's right,
Just-
Tiger Bates.
Yeah, hell yeah, Bates. Welcome. Hey, well, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm still doing my necromancy practice on
Sure.
the side, my amateur street necromancy, hanging out under bridges, bringing people back from the dead. It's been going okay. Like, you don't really make much money anymore.
I could imagine it would be hard to. Well, I don't know. It might be really easy to make
a
money
lot of
bringing
poor
people
people
back from the
die.
dead.
It's just
Yeah.
they don't really have much, and like they're dead. So
Well, what about if somebody who's like really rich loses someone they love, and then you can bring them back for them?
that's a payday. That's
Are-
what we call a payday.
That's what we call in the industry a payday.
Yeah, in the amateur necromancy field. Happy Easter, everyone. Happy birthday to Jesus,
It's a
who
big-
actually invented necromancy.
It's a big necromancy day.
He was like the first guy to raise. He wasn't the first, but he was the first, fucking like famous guy to do it. So
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey, come on back," and that guy's still alive, walking around.
That fucker is still bopping.
Shout out to Lazarus, who is no longer allowed to die.
Big ups to Lazarus.
Yeah, that was a fucked up spell he got put under.
Hell yeah. I've heard things about people have been talking about your personal life
Oh no.
a lot.
Yeah,
A lot lately. I've
yeah.
heard there has been some upheaval.
There's been some rumors. It's that time of year for rumors. You know what they
It's
say.
rumor season,
It's
baby.
rumor season. Easter comes around and the rumors just crawl out like little Easter bunnies.
Fly
and,
like dirty little doves.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. It is true that I was dating a vampire.
Ooh,
And
what's her name?
her name was Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway. She was,
Is
she was.
there a shorter way we can like?
I just called her Ebony,
Okay.
but she went to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft
Sure.
and Wizardry.
Oh,
and her
so
favorite
she's, like,
band was Good
private school
Charlotte,
bitch.
or her favorite band was My Chemical Romance, but Good
Obviously.
Charlotte was her
Whose
second
isn't?
favorite
My
band.
Chemical Romance is the best band. You don't
Yeah.
have to be a vampire to like them.
Yeah, what's that song? The Black Sunday, or
Yeah.
yeah,
You
Black
know what
Parade.
they do to guys who stab their friends sometimes.
is that a song?
Oh yeah, I never told you what I do to my friends when they're asleep, and also sometimes the window's broken and the shattered glass represents my soul.
Oh well, that's a good way to connect with people and let people know that you're good friends still.
Yeah,
Yeah. And, it doesn't always. But yes, I have parted ways with Ebony. She's dead. She's not dead. She's still alive. Vampires are all
yeah.
dead.
vampires are complicated.
We don't. She's undead. She's still undead, but now we just don't talk. And
Sure.
then, so I actually.
What were you talking really before?
I
Let's
mean,
be
not
honest. Let's
so
be
much.
honest.
Mostly drinking blood and screwing, if I'm being honest. A lot of drinking blood and screwing. I'm dating I'll look back fondly on that. I'm dating a skeleton now. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I
Yeah.
can never tell how she feels
You're
because she's, it's a skull face all the time.
yeah.
She doesn't really like
She
Ebony.
doesn't really emote.
Yeah, Ebony was really into like emo and goth music, and Skeletons mostly listened to like just like xylophones.
Yeah. I mean,
A lot of Philip Glass. Just rhythmic, repetitious things.
That's interesting because, like, in my head, I guess it makes sense that a skeleton would be into xylophone, but also
because they
like
do the ribcage thing in all the movies, and
I
like,
don't really like to listen
sort of a
to music that I
stereotype.
feel like I could make, and I feel like a skeleton would feel like I could do that. Why do I need to listen to that? I can do that myself.
and she does, she does play the ribcage, her ribcage.
I mean, if you're a skeleton, what else are
if
you
you're a
doing?
skeleton, all skeletons like really like the Blue Man Group and just percussion acts, and yeah, it's been cool. We mostly hang out in my glowing green pool of just bubbling liquid,
Souls.
and we drink blood and do drugs. And when she
I would love to see your skeleton girlfriend drinking blood. What does that look like? Describe that for me.
So mostly she like pours the blood and it kind of goes down her vertebrae, cascading off of her ribs. It's pretty sexy. But then like what the best part is, I actually lick the blood off of the seat beneath her because it all kind of just collects there, and it's just more blood just sitting there. So
don't want to waste.
I'm not going to waste that fucking blood.
Don't want to waste that blood.
Yeah, so it's a lot of kissing my girlfriend's seat after we drink blood together.
Yeah.
So it's been it's all kind of pretty vanilla, but it's going good though. I'm happier than I've ever been.
What's your skeleton girlfriend's name?
Bones.
Yep. All right. That tracks. That tracks. Do you know any other skeletons?
I know. I've met plenty of other skeletons. I've never dated a skeleton before.
Okay. Sure. I mean,
why you don't look at a skeleton and immediately think like, wow, we should totally date. You think like, wow, like what?
Well, I mean, how did you meet? How did you?
In a graveyard.
But I mean, how did you fall? Like, explain the meet cute? I mean, obviously you met in a graveyard.
Yeah.
Where like.
I was doing spells, and I just heard like a clacky like plastic wind chime sound coming from a dark bush behind me, and out stumbles Bones. And then we just kind of I looked into her like eye sockets, and she looked into my eyes, and we just, I don't know, something about it. We just kind of went back to my place and drank some blood, did some drugs.
Yeah.
And
what a life you lead.
It's really, I don't know. I'm happier than I've ever been.
I mean, and it's tough to meet a skeleton out in these streets these days.
Yeah, you have to go to everybody wants to do the online thing, and like it's hard for skeletons.
You can't meet a skeleton online.
Yeah,
they can't touch the screens.
Yeah, it doesn't really register they have a phone. I've actually bought Bones a phone, and she threw it against my cobblestone floor in rage because she can't use it.
Wow.
And she just like shook her little bones at me. And I was just like, okay, we don't need to do social media. All right. And like, I guess that's why this has been a bit of a rumor, because I'm not going to be like, hey, I'm in a relationship with, like, because then people are going to be like, who is it? And then they can't find her online. It's also curious
to me, because how did they know you were in a relationship with a vampire previously? Because
she blogged about it a lot. She blogged a lot. She was really into Tumblr.
Sure.
And she was,
But I mean, like, I don't know.
You're
a famous street necromancer. I'm sure a lot of people on Tumblr.
Am I famous? I thought I was still like kind of underground.
I think. Well, I mean, Tumblr is for people who think that they are dating people who are underground celebrities.
That is right.
If you go on, I bet if you scroll through Tumblr right now, you'll find 30 people who claim to be vampires and claim to be dating you.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's been I haven't been on Tumblr since they canceled the porn. So you're right.
It's hard.
Not easy out there being an underground. I don't know. Things have been easy lately. I'm just drinking a lot of blood and doing a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
That's really easy.
All right. Yeah. I mean, look, here's Here's the thing. You should do what makes you happy.
Yeah. Everyone out there, if someone says don't do what makes you happy, kill them.
Fuck them.
Destroy those fuckers.
Kick them in their fucking faces.
Yeah, make them fucking regret the day where they were goddamn born.
Make them crawl on their hands and knees and say, "Oh, I was wrong."
Who the fuck are you to say that I can't drink blood and do drugs and
Hell yeah.
fuck dead bones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Well,
are
we're-
you to say I can't fuck dead bones?
Well, undead bones. Reanimated.
Reanimated bones.
Was dead, now not.
It's not the dead
It's
thing that
undead.
you are into.
Okay, well, yeah, it is, but they're undead, so they aren't dead. It's not a necrophilia thing if they're undead.
Okay. All right.
Unless they're a zombie, which we don't know.
I mean,
what that
zombie is definitely
Don't date zombies.
hard to
It's
decide.
kind of disgusting.
Well, yeah, because it's like dating.
I shouldn't say that, but I don't.
It's a little
it's not my.
I
it's
think
the
look,
smell, the lack of personality.
I think that I would consider myself to be fairly woke,
Yeah,
and I will happily say zombies are pretty gross.
zombies are gross.
Pretty gross.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some zombies out there. Fuck. No, I haven't met one.
Here's what it is for me. I think sticky. I don't like sticky.
Sticky, wet, dry zombie,
Maybe,
but
because like that's what is appealing about the bones to me.
yeah,
Dry,
all
baby.
the way up and down till you dip them in some blood.
They're
Yeah.
only sticky if you want them to be.
It's been great, and she just knows how to push my little buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the bony finger up the butthole.
Sorry,
really works.
I got distracted reading the private chat.
What
just
are we
double
saying?
checking that our guest is ready to go, and it seems like he might be.
Let's get
so
the
let's-
show.
yeah,
let's
let's get the
invite
show
these
going.
guests onto the show. Let's go.
We got a great show coming down the fucking pipe hole. We got a professional athlete in the house tonight.
Fucking A, let's hear it.
We have someone who has a gnome.
Yeah.
There's a person with a gnome in my home.
Yeah,
Ooh, that rhymes. That's fun.
gnomes. There's a gnome in the home,
gnome in the home tonight.
and everywhere I
But
roam,
first-
I know that there's a gnome in the home.
Very first, you may know him from such amazing things as The Worst Idea of All Time and also Killionaire. Please welcome Tim Batt.
Tim Batt. Thanks. Yeah.
Hello.
I shouldn't
welcome.
clap to myself. That's a crazy thing to
That's
do.
fine. No, that's not crazy. It's not crazy when you're the only person in the room.
People are clapping at home. We just can't. We don't have them mic'd. Oh, I can see people clapping.
People
in
are
the,
for
People are
sure
saying
clapping.
claps, and it doesn't quite hit the same, but there's
yeah.
been a lot of lockdown. There's been a lot of COVID. I'll take any applause I can get. It's so nice to see. I'm so sorry. Clancy, it's so great to see you. I didn't even catch this other gentleman's name. I'm so sorry.
This is Ben Harkins,
Hey, what's
Ben.
up?
the only host
Yoda.
the only co-host the show has ever had.
Yeah,
This is
filling
definitely
in,
not
but the only one.
something different than
I
it
got
usually
this in.
happens.
Do you know how I knew that? Because you told me. And
Yeah.
you told
Yeah.
all of it. And I believed you.
Yeah, and I'm very trustworthy. Everything that I say is true all of the time. That's actually
That's a fact.
that's
yeah.
a power that I have.
I'm co-hosting today with a pimple on my face, riding shotgun. Started getting too big for my boots, and my co-host came and was like, "Keep it humble, brother."
That is, I think it's important every now and then to get a big fat pimple, even though
Yeah.
you're fully an adult.
A 34-year-old father of one, two if you
Yeah.
count my lovely dog, which I do.
I mean, maybe I don't know the science on this, but have you ever thought that maybe when you have a kid, it resets and you have to do puberty again?
Ooh, what a terrifying concept. I didn't care for it the first time around, but I feel like similar to a lot of things in life, if you get another chance, I could have a more fun time knowing what's coming, you know?
Yeah.
You get to experience life once again through the eyes of your child.
Woof. No, that's
Yeah.
good. exciting.
Well, I mean,
It's exciting for
maybe
him.
that is why some people have so many kids, because then they feel like they get really good at going through puberty.
Yeah, and that shit feels good. It hits hard.
It becomes
it's
a
visceral.
skill.
What a skill to have.
I definitely miss just being incredibly upset and irritated at every single thing.
Oh, is
all
that
the
how
time.
puberty was for you?
Oh yeah,
Mine
it
was
definitely-
great.
Yeah.
It was.
I was not very well balanced.
I don't know if
Okay.
it's the best time for anyone. Do you know when you were doing the introductions of like all these incredible people that are going to be on the show? I thought for a second, I was like, am I an athlete? I was trying to remember, and then I was like, what sport do I play?
No,
That's how much
that's
sleep I'm getting at the
later.
moment.
What?
Do you play any sports?
Absolutely not. That's why I was so confused.
If you
Not only-
were to play a sport, like in your dreams, your
Uh-huh.
greatest fantasy, if you were to play a sport, which one would it be?
What would be really cool, I think, is if I was like among the world's greatest golfers. Because I don't
Sure.
think I've ever played a game of golf in my damn life. I've swung a club. I've gone to a driving range maybe once ever.
I think that's close enough.
It just looks so absurd.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, it's
people getting paid millions and millions of dollars to hit a tiny ball. It's so solitary. You're out there by yourself. I guess you got a caddy, so that's something. But every other sport with that amount of like money and prestige is all about, it's about building the team, and you got to have it, you know, the manager and blah 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 blah. But there's just, hey, here's a guy who's
There's
really
a guy
good.
with some weird pants.
Yeah. What? There's so many weird rules like that. It's like why plaid? Why is plaid so heavily associated with golf? Who's that cool? There's a guy, someone in the chat
Camouflage.
might know this, who's a pro golfer. He was like, you know, top 10 maybe in the world at one point, and he just used to rock around in incredible steez, and he was quite a large gentleman, and he was always smoking a cigarette. There's some amazing photos of him.
the only golfers that I know are Tiger Woods.
Mm.
Yeah, Tiger Woods, R.I.P.
And also, is Arnold Palmer, is that a golfer?
I think that's a golfer.
He's
yeah.
a golfer and a
Maybe
drinker.
he's the guy I'm thinking of. Could
If-
that be possible?
Do you think if you become a famous golfer, you always get to name a drink?
No.
Like, what does a Tiger Woods taste like, you think?
Deceit. And then you say, well, what alcohol, what liquor tastes most like deceit? And I would suggest to you, it's whiskey.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
thinking tequila. I think tequilas taste like lies.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Tequila tastes like
However,
danger.
have you ever
Uh,
had a
it's like-
nice tequila, like a good tequila?
I may have, but I don't think that I could tell the difference because it all tastes like literal vomit to me.
Wow. Okay.
Man,
I
I
genuinely
tequila.
dislike tequila.
I love tequila. It's my favorite drink.
I used to produce a radio show on a Saturday morning for a guy who now is like, I'm trying to think of the American equivalent. Who's like who hosts Good Morning America?
Oh, that's a good question. We're so disconnected from that shit now.
Regis Philbin?
Is it Regis Philbin?
He's like a way cooler version of Regis.
I don't know if that's possible.
His name's
I
name's
don't know.
Jeremy Wells, and he hosted. Are you guys familiar with the property Taskmaster, the game
Yeah,
show with comedians? He hosts Taskmaster in New Zealand. He hosts the like 7:00, 7 p.m. current events show that's very like light entertainment, kind of riffing a little bit on the news. He's had a back catalogue of fantastic TV shows. He's beloved in our country. I produced his radio show for a little bit on a Saturday morning, and he would bring in a bottle of I believe it's called Catrone, which is
Yeah.
I think in
That's
the
a
tequila
fancy tequila.
family, but not necessarily tequila. And it is, if you spend the money, you get a good one, which he did. My
that's
God.
good. That's I've the few times that I've had a shot of Patron was always some rich dude just kind of flexing. He was like, "Do you want a shot of Patron?" And I'd be like,
I
"Now I
guess
like
so.
rich people."
Oh, yeah.
huh?"
I think I called it Catrone, but yeah, Patron. That's how much I know about this liquor. It's so good though. It's so yummy. And shout out to the person in the chat. I believe it is John Daly with the fantastic
that is, Bates,
hanging out his mouth.
Mm.
He's probably right. Bates seems like someone who would know about golfers.
I think you're right. Can I give you some context to what's going on with me at the moment, just in case something happens? So I've got a complicated setup happening around here, and one of the things that I've got about 3-4 screens happening around me, and one of them is connected to a baby monitor because I did manage to keep my baby awake long enough to go to sleep, but I think he might just be waking up. So if he starts crying,
you got to go.
I'll probably have to tend to that.
Absolutely. We do not think that this show is more important than your budding child's mind.
We won't keep you for too long.
I want to be here, and I want to make that crystal clear.
Yeah, what kind of athlete would you be, Clancy, if you could be anything?
I think, that depends. If we are including professional wrestling, that for sure.
It's a good one.
Oh my God, come up with your persona. I want to hear this. Flesh this out.
I already have it. This is a foregone conclusion. My persona is I am Fishbones. My name is Fishbones. That's the character's name. Okay.
Good name.
And when I walk in, I am wearing a giant rain slicker, like a yellow rain slicker, and also a giant helmet that looks like an anglerfish. Okay. With the little light, the
bioluminescent Eska.
Yeah. Okay. And then I come out to the top of the ramp, and I drop the rain slicker, and I take off the helmet. And when I take off the helmet, out comes just these 7 feet of flowing blue-green hair. It just flows out like a waterfall. Yeah. Okay. And I'm wearing a fishnet bodysuit with just bone applique that goes down the chest and down one leg. Yeah. Like a undead mermaid look.
You really have planned this out. Okay.
and then I walk to the bottom of the ramp, and I take the hair out. It was extensions the whole time, and I dropped them.
Okay. Yeah, because those would actually interfere with your that's a good question in the chat. What's your intro music?
It is Headfirst for Halos by My Chemical Romance. Without question.
Hey, your intro was of this show, by the way, was so cool.
Yeah, it's definitely not brand new, and we are definitely not going through a rebranding phase literally this moment.
Sometimes you just got to slap something together and really address the rumors head on.
Everything is a rebrand. Every day is a rebrand. You wake up in the morning, the sun comes up. Guess what, baby? Rebrand. It's what a day is.
Yeah. After the last few years, you can't make plans. You just have to.
Have to live your life.
When you make plans, you have to accept that those are probably going to be canceled because it's going to start. I don't know, raining fucking snakes or something.
Because the end is here.
Is your wrestling persona a heel?
Definitely, without a doubt.
Yeah,
more fun, right?
It's so much fun to be a Batt. For a while, there still is. There's an open mic in town that is loosely wrestling themed, and I would always go last, and I would be the heel, and I would come out and just yell at the audience and say "fuck you" to the host, and then usually do pretty well. Because
just go up and be like, "You idiots wouldn't ever understand my jokes."
Yeah, because I think basically, if
you're not sophisticated enough, because you're white trash.
And I mean, the host would also introduce me as this guy fucking sucks. You should boo them. Fucking get the fuck out of here. And then I would come up to.
That's how Guy Montgomery and I introduced each other at gigs.
Yeah.
It's so fun to have someone who you're good enough friends with that you can just relish in throwing them under the bus in a public setting.
Yeah.
That's true friendship. That's trust.
Yeah, it's the kind of friendship.
Yeah.
Do you wrestle at that gig? Or is it just wrestling thing? Do you get to wrestle at that show, or is it just wrestling thing?
It was just loosely wrestling themed.
It's just a regular stand-up comedy.
I don't think I'm very.
I've never even seen violence there.
Yeah, I don't think I'm very far from trying to organize a Portland comedy wrestling show, though. because I feel like I could choke slam the heck out of somebody if I really
Count me
wanted
in.
to.
I'm into that. I think
Yeah.
I could come up with some special moves. You know,
We could be the main event.
yeah, sure.
And
Hold on,
then-
stay in it. What's the special move called? I could see you walk up to the ledge there.
I feel like I definitely have to be some kind of like Undertaker ripoff,
Sure.
where it's got to be, I don't know, like the coffin drop. The coffin drop is where you sort of, I don't know what the fuck you do. Like what's the
Just
metaphor?
bodies hitting pavement made of.
That's it. That's
made of
it.
shit supply.
Bodies hitting the
bodies
fucking pavement. Every
breaking out of
fucking
shit
just
wood.
plopping out of shit wood. One after another.
A corncob TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for years to get a hit like this, and then just kick him in the fucking face.
Yeah. Mine would be
Just
the
quote
fish
that
hook.
also.
It would be a fish hook slam, and it would just be like a hook underneath and like a slam over. You know what I'm talking about.
You have been you're not even kidding around.
I've been
You've
working on
planned
this
thing
for
out
literally
so
a
long.
year at this point.
You probably have a notebook with sketches.
Yes, I have
all
a
this stuff.
sketchbook that is dedicated to fish bones.
Mm.
Oh my
I'm wearing
God,
a fish bones earring right now.
You should team up with like what's the gender neutral term for a seamstress?
Seamstress.
A
Seamstress.
seamster.
That's
clothing maker.
I think that one has I think even if you're like a dude, you're a seamstress.
Oh, really? Okay. You
That
should
might
team
not
up
be
with a
real.
seamstress.
I don't know, but I haven't heard of like
A sewer. A sewer.
Stitcher.
Listen, the point
It's-
is, find someone who's good at this shit, team up with them, and make this
Yeah.
thing come to life.
Yeah.
Because I can see it in my mind's eye. You've described it so beautifully and so vividly that this thing exists in the metaphysical realm, and now it's time to find a seamstress to bring it into.
I definitely
physical
know
It's
life.
clearly an
exactly
appetite.
what it looks like.
It's clearly an actual appetite and not even a joke.
Oh yeah, no, it
Mhm.
isn't a joke. I don't want to like go through all the like have to do like an indie wrestling league and like go through like build my way up. But if the WWE approached me and said, "Hey,
We heard your idea.
we heard about fish bones, come and be fish bones," I'd do it.
A tailor. Someone suggested the word tailor.
Taylor.
Oh,
Oh, that was it.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
you know
is-
what?
In fact,
That's
that's
it.
probably the widely accepted term in general at this. Seamstress is probably not okay.
I don't even know.
I'll bet for one reason or another.
Some things aren't
seamstress.
worth getting uptight about. I just
I kind of thought they were
Alright.
slightly different things, but I couldn't tell you how they differ. I feel like
yeah, it's all fabrics. I feel like a tailor is somebody who can like cinch your pants
yeah.
so that they fit.
I know a tailor will make a full suit.
Okay, but will a tailor make like a large flowing frock?
If they're good at it, they could. I think a good tailor would could make the hell out of a frock.
Hey, before this baby kicks off, am I allowed to ask questions?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'd love to hear it.
I'm going to try and ask 7.
Okay.
Here's the first one. How's Portland at the moment? What's going on?
It is.
It's been raining hail
It's wet.
for an entire week.
It's wet.
Balls
Beyond
of
the
ice from
weather,
the
though.
sky.
Beyond,
Are you
what's
talking about,
like
like-
the psychic weather of Portland, Oregon?
Oh, the psychic weather.
I think
We're in bloom.
it's honestly it's pretty chill.
Yeah, the oppressive darkness of winter has died, and whatever confused new world is before us is crawling out of its hole.
Why? What are you seeing on the news that makes you ask that?
Portland does pop up in the news periodically. You guys just seem to really kick off every now and then. There's a lot of
Are you
people with
talking
very
about-
strong
You talk
ideas.
about the protests.
I will say that from my perspective as a person who has lived here, it did not kick off nearly as much as it seemed like it did, according to my grandpa would
Yeah.
call me and be like, "Are you okay? Are you gonna die?"
Yeah, they would show a pic. There would be like a trash can on fire, and Fox News would be like, "The entire city of Portland is on fire."
And I
It's
mean-
so easy to do now, though, because if any little thing happens that's kind of interesting, there's like just 100 people will get their phones out and film it, and like no one's doing anything, but everybody is filming it now. So you'll get this flaming trash can from like surround 360 angles.
Yeah, and they just put that on a loop for that part of the news cycle. I feel like Portland kind of gets scapegoated for like whenever people are just kind of annoyed with like anything progressive or anything. So they're just like, people in Portland love this, and I'm just like, I don't think we do. I don't like it's.
I mean,
it always,
list of things that we love. I bet I love them.
Yeah.
Portland reminds me a lot of New Zealand. I've been to Portland, I think 4 times now. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Here's my second question. Favorite color from both of you?
Green.
I'm gonna go with peacock blue.
Oh, nice. Star signs, please.
Libra.
Pisces.
Actually, I'm a Libra Scorpio cusp, which is the cusp of drama.
Were you like 23rd?
The 20th.
20th. Oh, that's okay. I believe it is this fourth question, I think. Maybe fifth question. Do you associate with your zodiac sign?
I'm not sure. Somebody that I work with told me that Libras are always very pretty and popular. And so, yes, I do.
Me, absolutely. I'm like, I heard that Kurt Cobain was also a Pisces, and that means that I like it because I always wanted to be like that guy.
Sweet.
Dead.
Yeah, I was going to say. Killed at the hand of question mark?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was a shotgun.
It was a shot.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, but who fired it is the question.
Oh, yeah. I've seen the documentary that was like, hey, there's this guy who followed around Courtney Love and harassed her, and the BBC was like, we're cutting your funding. What you're doing isn't cool. And he like put it in the documentary where the people were like, what are you doing? This is insane. Stop following people around and accusing them of murdering Kurt Cobain. And he's like interviewing like loser musicians in the Pacific Northwest who are like, oh, yeah. I was going to kill Kurt Cobain. Just like dudes who had no record sales at all. I'm just like, they're just happy to have a camera in their face. And this guy's like, I'm with the BBC. We're blowing the lid off of this.
I think that somebody should do that, but they should just start talking to people who could not possibly be like, start talking to like Emerald Lagasse. Be like, you murdered Kurt Cobain, right?
You know that Courtney Love murdered Kurt Cobain, right? And he'd be like, what?
What are you talking about? Bam.
Bam. And like,
question number 6.
Okay.
There we go.
This is a delicate question because I'm not asking you, A, if you would want to take a life. I'm going to assume you wouldn't want to. And B, I'm not asking you to kill someone. But what I am asking is if you could kind of like assume responsibility for someone who had died and you got to pick.
Somebody who had died or could die?
Had died. Because I feel like if it's someone who could die, then it's legally dubious. But like someone who's dead now, and you could be like, I did that.
Rush Limbaugh.
JFK.
Nice choice. JFK. Wow.
Oh, God. That's so much better than mine. Fuck.
They're both pretty solid picks. Because my brain boringly went to Hitler because I think it's like just the obvious off the shelf one. But you guys really. So
that's probably like the most like ethically like correct one. I like Clancy's the most.
That because like everybody would be like, "Fuck yeah, dude!"
Whoa, how did you?
It's crazy.
That's bonkers. Yeah.
I don't like even though JFK is like generally respected as a president.
Yeah, like
because we just don't know.
Yeah.
And so if it was like, no, it was actually me, and I can prove it.
Yeah, you killed the guy who's like, we choose to go to the moon. Yeah, you killed that guy.
Yeah, I'm the fuck the moon guy.
It's cool. God, there's so much cool.
What if that's the reason that he got killed?
Fuck the moon.
Fuck the moon.
Every night. With this damn moon.
My final question. Do you both believe that we have gone to the moon?
Yeah, definitely.
I think that we've probably gone.
Why would we lie about that?
I just think it's one of those things that's so fun to pretend that it isn't true. You know, some conspiracy theories are just like fun to engage with and relatively harmless. And it's just like a neat little thought experiment, you know?
See, I like I like.
You're
flat-
right. That one's actually pretty fun, especially with all the sinister, awful conspiracy theories now that kind of like have
Yeah,
spoiled
for sure.
the pot. It's kind of funny to go up to Buzz Aldrin and be like, "Hey, you didn't go to the moon. You didn't go. You didn't. Sorry."
Because then you can also have a pretty good chance of getting punched in the face by Buzz Aldrin, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's an honor. It's an honor to be punched in the face by you, sir.
This is the face that Buzz punched.
It's like, hey, buddy, you didn't go to the moon. What a dumbass thing to say to somebody. You didn't go to the moon.
I think we should also say that to Emerald Lagasse.
Yeah. Hey, Emerald.
You didn't go to
the moon. You piece of shit. Bam.
Buzz Aldrin's dead, right? Did he die?
I think
is he?
I think Buzz Aldrin might still be alive. Or did he die?
Oh yeah, now
You know
this
what?
I
There's
like.
so many people died. I don't keep track anymore.
I don't
This comment-
remember.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but this comment that was on screen is such a great angle on the whole thing that we did go to the moon, but we taped over it or didn't film it correctly. So Stanley mistakes
Yeah, I
being
love that.
true are nothing. It's like, yeah, we pulled it off, but we didn't think anyone would believe us, so then we had to fake footage to support a real thing that we accidentally wiped.
Yeah, we went to the moon, but it looked boring. That doesn't win us anything with the Russians. Fuck.
Yeah.
The Russians just would send them just like yawning at us.
It's so cool if that's what happened, because then this like second time we went to the moon with a camera and it looked wildly different. Everyone would be like, what the fuck? Because no one pushed the first time around. So, like,
The fuck, the moon's different now. That's what happened. Yeah, I like that.
People believe both are true, but just the moon changed.
How do you know the moon didn't change?
The moon
You weren't up
changed.
there.
Oh my God! Did you see the movie Moonfall, Tim? It just came out a couple of months ago. It's like the movie Armageddon, but instead of a comet, it's the whole moon, and it's the best movie that's ever been made.
The moon is the bad guy, and like every time the moon rises in the sky, people are like, "Oh no, it's the moon!" It's awesome.
Love it. I love
It's
it.
amazing.
It's so cool. So it's like Don't Look Up, but silly.
It is.
And
I
there's no
mean,
meaning.
well,
It does unzip entirely into a strange Scientology
oh
adjacent.
yes. Spoiler alert: the moon is actually a supercomputer that actually created people. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
You're wrong, but it's also the same thing.
Yeah.
Like being right is just as crazy. Yeah.
That's so neat. I like that vision.
Real quick before we have to let you go, we have historically had a segment on this show called "Making Up Lies About Elon Musk for Blackmail Purposes."
Yeah,
and you have a show called Killionaire.
Yeah,
that I think matches up very well to that. So I wonder if you've heard maybe any rumors about Elon Musk that would be useful for blackmail purposes.
This is real, okay? Like, I know that this is a funny bit and stuff, but I'm trying to remember what the context was in which I heard this. Oh, okay. I think I remember what it was. I know that there is some persistent and reasonably like believable rumors that there's some weird sex stuff, and that he may have enhanced his penis with technology somehow.
He has like a bionic cock.
Yeah.
Something akin to that. Yeah. I mean,
there are like devices that you can like hit a button and it's basically like an internal cock ring.
What?
Really?
Yeah. And it kind of just keeps the blood in your wang so it stays harder.
So it's like robot Viagra.
Yeah. I couldn't put it better myself. Yeah.
Like, I have heard that rumor, but I'm also like, Elon Musk, despite the fact that he has 4 or 5 kids, he's got a bunch of kids. He doesn't seem like a guy who'd be that interested in sex to me. That doesn't look like a huge priority of his. Didn't you think?
I'm honestly genuinely doubtful that he had sex to make the kids that he has.
Yeah, he would have found a more efficient way to bring his
In fact,
it's too messy and it's too slow. We've got to
Yeah,
find
it's got to
another
be
way.
through the fucking hyperloop or
Yeah.
whatever.
Can we talk about the
Hyperloop
Hyperloop
might
until
seep
I have to
into
go?
you.
I'm gonna jack
What
off
the-
into the Large Hadron Collider, and then you stand on the you jump in.
What the fuck am I missing about the Hyperloop? Like, what? It's a tunnel, right? It's just a tunnel.
It's a fake thing
It's
that
a
he
tunnel
made
with
up.
magnets that doesn't work.
But
It's
what are
like
the magnets for? Because don't cars drive through? Oh no, wait. The Hyperloop is the other. I'm thinking of the Las Vegas thing.
Yeah,
What's
the
that?
Las Vegas thing is truly just the biggest scam.
What's the Las Vegas?
In Las Vegas, there
It's a ghost
is
tunnel.
for a short period of time, they tried to pitch. He tried to sell them. It's just a tunnel with no ways in or out except for either end that Tesla would drive you through, and
And he
it's
was like,
faster.
"This was
But
solve
also, if the Tesla breaks, you're trapped in that tunnel forever.
And I think they just built it without any asking sign off.
Oh, yeah.
whatever,
Yeah, they just built it,
municipal
and
authority. So there's no standard. You know, because humans have a great propensity to learn after we get ourselves in a calamity. So we build a big tunnel. There's a fireball, and then we're like, we got to put oxygen holes in the tunnel.
yeah,
Yeah, we don't fix something until it's already there's a cost.
yeah, a cost of life.
Live. It has to be a big cost. It can't just
Um,
be some kid's hand.
As you may be able to hear, that's my cue to leave. My baby is
Perfect.
now
All right.
crying,
Thank you,
which
thank
means
you
he's
so
playing.
much for joining us.
It is my
And
honor.
hopefully see you again.
It's my honor. And if you guys love hearing shit about Elon Musk, make sure you subscribe to my podcast, The Worst Idea of All Time, because we're about to embark on a really special project of Kellionaire, where we've invited a whole host of just regular people on to pitch ideas about how we're going to get 1 billionaire to $1 trillion and then end their life.
All right. Well,
Thank you so much.
it was great to meet you, Tim. Have a good day.
Really great to meet you. Lovely to see you again, Clancy. And goodbye.
Bye
All
bye.
right, later.
Okay. Oh man.
Wow, this
fun.
is going great.
Fun.
What a great time.
What a great time. Good fun with friends.
Yeah, weekly. What's
Board Castle Weekly.
Board Castle
Board-
Weekly?
It's been
trudging
called that
along.
the whole time.
Yeah.
There's nothing has changed.
Board Castle Weekly. All up in them guts.
Oh no. Okay. We gotta keep this trucking right along.
Yeah.
We talked for a while and that was
Yeah.
fun and we had a good time talking. And now we're gonna have another good time talking. Please welcome your friend and mine, Emma Pace Jonas.
Emma, give it up for Emma. Yeah, everybody clap
Thank
at home.
you.
Clap
Clap.
in the comments.
Clap in the comments
clap.
for Emma.
Clap, God
Clap
damn
in the
it.
Thank you.
comments for Emma.
Come on.
Wow.
Give it up.
Emma
I feel it.
Jonas.
Clancy
How are
Kramer.
you doing?
I'm
It's
pretty
been a
good.
while since I've seen you.
Yeah. It's weird. It feels like I've been here, but then it also feels like maybe I was here, but I was playing a really stupid character last time.
I have
so
no idea what you're talking about.
I maybe it was a dream, a very bad,
was
weird
all a
dream.
dream.
That's what happens when I don't smoke weed before bed. You know.
What have
Yeah,
you
weird
been
dreams.
getting
Yeah, those-
into?
Horrible nightmares, danger room simulations of life.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that, and I'm just trying to be out there. Thank you, Lena 316, for clapping 3 times. I'm trying
And
to
also Emily Pineapple. Don't forget Emily. And also
Oh,
This crowd's going wild.
Queer
for
for
Twilight
Saga.
Saga. One long
Popping off.
clap.
Everybody's popping off.
I love that. It's I'm out. I'm out there. I'm out here trying to make a buck.
Oh,
It's hard.
it is hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
tough,
have-
hustling, bustling in these streets.
I think I
Yeah.
have like 5 jobs at this point.
I'm
5 jobs.
It's
counting them out.
hard.
I'm on that rise and grind.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to say I have started my own business.
Oh,
I am my own boss. And
Oh,
it feels
love that.
really good.
I'm excited
Yeah.
for you.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. You know, I've set my own hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get up.
What hours do you set for yourself?
I wake up at 5 and I work till midnight.
5
You set your own hours, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, those are the hours that I set. I
Okay.
wake up at 5.
Are you
I
like-
do a lot of meandering,
Are you
a
like
little bit of open weeping, and then I start work at some point, and that goes till midnight.
Are you like a strict boss, or do you?
I'm very hard on myself.
Okay.
You have to set expectations, and if I don't meet those expectations, I may not survive
Yeah.
till the next day. You know, the stakes are high.
Yes, as we all know, if you misstep in life, you are beyond forgiveness.
Yes, everything
it's
will
over.
crumble around you. No one will ever speak to you again.
Yeah.
And you can't face yourself in the mirror in the morning. So, yeah. I'm
Well, then I think
feeling
it's
really
good.
good.
It's good to have a boss like that sometimes.
Yeah.
That really keeps you on track.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to be my own boss, because none of my bosses have pushed me as hard
They
as I
haven't
know
pushed
I
you
can
as
push
much.
Nice
myself.
bosses.
Yeah.
You can
Gross.
I
Goku
hate it.
yourself
Disgusting.
into the ultimate employee.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I'm transcending. I'm in the process of transcending much, as we're all rebranding, I am rebranding myself into a higher 5D
I don't know what you're
being.
talking about rebranding. This is a show that has been the way that it is since its inception.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot.
But as iron sharpens iron,
Yes.
you gotta bash yourself, get all the carbon off, so that all that remains is cold, hard. It's a cold, hard black hole.
Yes.
Black hole,
Yes.
That is so dense and massive that it destroys everything that gets close to it.
Exactly.
That's how you become a good employee.
Yeah.
I see that you have brought a bag. Do you?
Yeah, I've brought some wares.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually my business.
Do you have
is,
like an online store? Or
online. I feel like online is over. It's out.
it is. The internet is pretty much done.
It is.
You know what
There's-
I like?
Yeah.
Talking to people on the bus,
That's
saying
Yeah,
hi,
that's the best.
how you doing,
meeting,
reading the
face-to-face.
newspaper.
My
Smelling
favorite
people's
people-
breath.
My favorite people I've met on the bus.
Yeah, exactly. You don't forget those people.
yeah.
You can scroll all day and not remember a thing you saw, but that one guy you met on the bus 3 months ago who smelled just like your
Sticks
grandpa,
with you.
you're
I-
not going to forget.
I used to scroll through my damn phone all day, and now I just stand by the road waving at fucking cars. It's also a scroll,
And
but
you
it's
look
with
great.
more people. You make
Do you-
more friends.
Real life
Do you
scroll. I
ever
love that.
shout tweets into their open car windows?
That's what I do.
Do you limit yourself to 240 characters?
No, it's a pretty long thing. They never hear the whole thing. They always hear one part of it.
You
and
tell
then
them to circle
it
back
always
around.
just kind of sounds like, even though they're really funny tweets.
Very funny tweets.
The other
I'm sure
day-
if they stopped, they would like them.
Sometimes I, retweet myself and
Yeah.
just shout the same thing like, I'm God, I'm God, I'm God, I'm
I
God,
think-
I'm
were
God,
you-
I'm
were
God.
I say that every
Standing
morning
on
when I wake
my
up.
corner
That's
the
so
other day.
interesting.
Yeah. And then, you get a lot of people like it because I get a lot of people honking.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
a vote.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Let's
a clear
get a
sign.
look at these wares.
Yeah. So, like I said, internet is dead. It's all you got to be going outside,
Yeah.
meeting your neighbors. No one meets
Absolutely.
their neighbors anymore. No one's
No
out
one meets their
walking
neighbor.
around.
I live like literally in the same building as
Mhm.
like 30 people.
Do you know them?
I don't know a single one of them.
You don't want to meet your neighbors.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I barely
scary.
know my roommates.
It's scary to do that, and I recognize that that's a problem. And so, what you have to do is make the outside of your house inviting.
Yeah.
Make people want to get in there.
Oh.
Turn it into a business.
Yeah, turn it into a business.
Everything is an opportunity.
Exactly. So I am selling opportunities.
Okay.
Opportunities not only to meet your neighbors, to make friends, to, really build up that face-to-face capital, but also to make your house look cute.
Honestly, I haven't even seen it yet, and I feel like I'm in.
Yeah, of course you are.
This pitch has fully sold me.
I am
already.
also
Who's this?
like on the edge of my seat.
All right.
Okay, so here's one of my my products.
Oh my
My
god.
God.
Look at that.
Look at
That
that.
is a
That is
snail.
a yard snail.
That is a
Yeah.
yard snail.
It's a
It's real
ceramic
nice,
yard
right?
snail.
Yeah, let's get
Oh
a
my
let's get an
God.
action
Put it
shot
all
of
that.
him.
Yeah.
I love
Look at that
Mm.
snail.
Yeah, he's a beauty.
Some people
Look
might not
at
know this
that.
about me, but I love snails so much.
Yeah.
I've been
I
getting
could tell that
so
about
into
you.
bugs recently. I've been a big time bug head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I could see that.
I got it's. I've been watching this David Attenborough series.
Oh yeah.
It's called Amongst the Undergrowth,
Mhm.
and he's just talking about centipedes and snails.
That's the best. They do a
Oh
lot of
my
those
God.
time lapses on
Oh
there.
my god, it's
That's the shit.
amazing. You ever
Why don't you
seen
hold that?
slugs fuck?
Yes.
Oh
The
yeah,
most
they get all
beautiful thing.
intertwined.
Mhm.
And then
That is
they
the
glow.
ideal.
Oh my god, it's
I have
amazing.
a bag that's just slugs fucking.
Truly, I have
my
very
house.
little interest in sex, but if people fucked the way slugs fuck, I would never stop.
And they don't.
And they don't.
So hold on, I want to back up a minute. You have a bag of slugs fucking in your house?
Yes, in my necro dungeon. that
Yeah,
I-
okay.
that
You
I
have a
live in.
bag full of slugs fucking.
I have shelves with many neat doodads, and I'd actually really love to get my hands on something like this to really kind of lighten the
Fantastic.
mood of the
What
place.
Yeah.
sort of price? Or also, do you make these or?
I have various sources, because you got to take the opportunities that the world presents to you.
Everything is a fucking opportunity.
Everything
Wait,
is an opportunity.
okay.
So if you're walking by a yard that is clearly, maybe someone's tossed aside a small figurine in there, but you can tell they're not doing it with care.
What do you mean by
I-
tossed aside? Like it's in their yard?
It's placed, just somewhere, clearly without thought, without intention.
Sure.
It needs rescuing.
No. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm starting to understand.
These are neglected yards.
neglected.
Exactly. Think of it like a dog tied to a tree.
It's like that
Oh,
snail.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
If you tie
maybe
a dog, famously, if you tie a dog to a tree, you,
You
don't
should
want
release
it
it.
anymore.
Yes.
as is known.
It is
Yes.
no.
It should be collected by someone with a kind, business-minded heart like myself.
I saw this fucking kid's bike on a lawn. There was a couple leaves on it
Oh,
the
tragic.
other day, and I was just
So
like,
sad.
kid.
dude, like, why are you letting this thing go to waste?
Yeah.
And then I like
Grab
took
it.
it. Yeah.
So
Grab it,
you're an
that's yours now.
entrepreneur as well.
Yeah. Everything is an opportunity, people.
Exactly.
You
Life
are
is
a
an
brand
opportunity.
and nothing more.
Absolutely. I think we're really.
What's
I
all right,
think I
what's-
have an opportunity I'd like to present to
What's
you.
the sort of price point?
Well, you can purchase the products. This particular fella runs at $75.
Okay, that doesn't seem like that bad.
No, it's a steal, honestly. When you
Is it
pay
a steal?
$75 for it, it's a steal.
Is it a steal?
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
And but not only can you purchase the products individually, I get it if you want to sample one, but you can also purchase a piece of this opportunity for yourself.
Oh,
Yes, because you can then take that beautiful piece and recruit a friend or two or three, meet some new neighbors, recruit them. And
then they have their friends.
exactly. And then you can sell to them a package deal like I'm selling to you. Some of that money is going to kick right back into your pocket.
So that money comes to you, and then it kicks back up to Emma.
Exactly.
And then
So we're
Almost
both
sounds like
making money.
it almost sounds to me like I would be foolish
to
not to get
take this
involved.
life.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it. But it's a real no-brainer.
It's
It
one of
almost
those
sounds like
things.
I'm losing money for every moment that I'm not involved with this.
Absolutely. If you want to get your checkbook, I'll wait right here.
If you want to start making some real goddamn money, if
Mm-hmm.
you want your skeleton girlfriend to stop having to plug away in the weird diamond mine that you found her in, wait, hold on.
Wait, you found your
No,
girlfriend?
no,
I
no.
could have sworn you said it was a graveyard.
No, I mean it's not where I
No,
met
I mean,
her.
is the real
It's where
story
she
coming
works.
out?
It's just where she works.
I don't know. This sounds.
You go. Well, it sounds
This
like your
doesn't
first date was at the
this
Well,
graveyard.
look, if you don't want your wife or girlfriend to be working,
What were you doing in the weird diamond mine?
well, looking for diamonds,
Sure. Okay.
Classic.
obviously,
What do
To
you need
gift
the
your
diamonds
lady.
for?
money.
Oh, but you can just make money.
It sounds like you weren't just mining diamonds, Ben. You were mining opportunities.
It's mining different kinds of money.
Yeah.
Everything is money.
Time is money.
See, we
Yeah.
got a couch full of entrepreneurs here today. This is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. So if anyone in the comments wants to sign up and be in Emma's downline
Thank you.
for this weird
What else is
a
in
reverse
the bag?
pyramid shaped.
Are they all snails?
No,
Opportunity.
actually, it's I've got a variety of items here. This little fella is a
Oh, look at that guy.
real gem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's
no.
It's a
get
gnome.
a good shot of that. Can you
That's
run
a
that
good
animation
gnome.
I sent you? Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
looking really
Let
good.
me-
Put that in it.
Yeah, perfect.
Cue it
That's
up.
Nice.
Play this
Yeah,
damn.
real-
reclining gnome.
That is a really good.
there he
yeah,
is. Thank
yeah.
you. Yeah,
I'm not sure how that's like relates to.
it
gnomes.
does. It
yeah,
does.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Normally a cowboy thing, but I guess.
I mean, look at this little
gnome.
fella's face. He's got the free spirit of a cowboy, but the
He looks high off his ass.
yeah, exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. And you know what? That's because he was outside of a house where they
They probably smoked
are
weed in
smoking.
Yeah.
They're irresponsible.
Drug
You know,
addicts.
they're not taking proper care. I mean, you can tell this guy's been through
Oh,
some-
yeah.
a lot.
He's
there.
a-
Been
you know?
neglected. Could
He's
be
been through some
yeah,
shit.
Dirty
Yeah.
little
dirty gnome.
dirty little
It's
dirty
kind of
baby
really
gnome
dirty.
boy.
He's a dirty
Fair.
gnome, but you know, all that experience really just increases his value. So for the
Brings
low
out the
price of
character.
$250, you can purchase
So is
this
that?
gnome.
But okay, is that the
Yeah.
wholesale price?
That. Yes, indeed. And so then you can
And then I would sell
resell
it
it
for
for $400 to
$400.
$550.
They would sell it for
Yes,
$600.
exactly.
That's how it works in
increases.
the downline. So you actually make more money when you buy it from Emma,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah,
when
because I'm
but
near the top.
but you
Right.
get because actually it's a reverse pyramid.
Well, yeah. So there's a top level that we would all be on. You work your way towards the top level, and you recruit underneath, and everyone is
How do I
working
get
their
to
way
your level?
up. You just keep selling. You keep buying from me, and then you keep selling, and we're all working our way up together.
But wait, but every time that I sold, you would
Mhm.
get, and so then you would still be above me.
And we're both working our way up.
I didn't
But can
realize I was going to get a
Mhm.
free lesson in how to be rich.
Exactly. It's easy. I mean, it's really quite
So
simple when you
simple.
look right at it.
Oh my God, you fucking idiots! Why are you not pouncing on this right now?
Yeah, you can go ahead
Get
and
your
PayPal
neighbor.
me.
Well, yeah, and don't get into your neighbor's yard. Get into our DMs in,
Get
in
into
Emma's downline.
Okay,
That's
how
good.
how can people contact you if they want to get involved in this amazing opportunity?
Sure. You can find me lurking in most neighborhoods, honest. Lurking I use as a business term, seeking opportunities in most neighborhoods. I do not go
Skulking
online.
through yards seeking opportunity.
Yes, exactly. It's skulking, ideating, brainstorming.
Sure.
It's all one and the same.
Scheming.
Scheming is when it's
We
when
don't
it's a
use
good
that word.
when it's a bad idea, we call it a scheme. Isn't that funny?
It is.
I don't use
Silly.
the internet so much. I don't like to leave a trail online or
That's true.
Cash
you gotta
and
step
diamonds
lightly.
only.
Yeah.
Also,
I
if
do
you have
accept
any fucking
diamonds.
jewels, bring that shit.
Oh yeah. Actually, just give me. You could just give me the jewels if you want.
Yeah.
You can give Clancy the jewels, and then they can give me my share of the jewels as because we're both helping
Sure.
each other.
Yeah. You
That's
give me
the
the
arrangement.
jewels, I
about.
give Emma a little bit of the jewels.
Much
Yeah.
like a house of cards, we support each other
Exactly.
to rise up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what's a house of cards without a cute little peak at the top?
Wow.
Mhm.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. I
Yeah,
love
I'm
that.
doing really well. I'm very successful.
I am honestly
grind,
so
girl
proud
boss.
of you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just nice to really be feeling my oats, as they say. Like, I feel like I'm a true feminist these days.
Yeah.
It's nice. I've really conquered all the women that I know.
What have you been doing with your newfound power?
I mean, what haven't I been doing? I go where I want. I do what I want. I'm just taking every opportunity I see. If I
What are
I see
some of
something
the
I want.
places you've been going and things you've been doing?
Well, it's always nice to get up to Portland because it's just
Lot of yards.
all new faces, all new yards, a lot of free piles.
Sure.
Sure, yeah, and
You know what they say? The only difference between a free pile and a sidewalk sale is courage.
is a courage. Yes, Mm-hmm. That is, I have that written on my bathroom mirror on a post-it note.
Yeah. That mantra is free, you fucks.
That's a
People
little
pay.
something just
People
for
go
you.
to seminars for shit like
For
that.
That's true.
us.
Speaking of which, I will be leading a seminar.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
what's it called?
It is called Girl Boss. Be your own, do your own, find your own, take what you want. It's
Is that at the Best Western in by the airport?
it is out back of the Best Western by the airport.
It's not where they serve the continental breakfast. It's the door behind that.
That's right. Well, you don't need to be in there for the continental breakfast because you know what? It ends right at 9 a.m. And you know where those muffins go? Right out the back door.
Right out the back door.
You can
baby.
find them there.
They can't keep those for the next day.
Yeah, they're still warm sometimes. Or they're sun warmed.
Even better.
Even better.
I think that's the best kind of warm.
Absolutely.
Is sun warm.
Mhm.
All right.
It's natural.
All right. I mean, I think that is. I think we have. I learned so much. And I feel like I can move
So much
forward.
about business.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna make so much money. I think.
I think so too. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna be rich.
I got a Civic full of this shit. So please find me. Just wherever you are.
Yeah.
I'll be there, you know.
Thank you so much for joining it. Here you can.
Thank you.
wanna take this
Oh
back? I don't
yeah,
have
I'll
$75 on me.
okay, well. You will eventually if you take my seminar.
We'll find you.
Seminar
for sure.
does cost $300 for entry.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you, and God bless, and
Namaste.
thank you.
Absolutely.
Nama leave.
For sure. Here we go, and let's see.
Wow. Who'd have thought that we'd get so much useful shit?
Honestly, I
today.
could not have paid. I know my friend Emma, and I never would have expected she's such a dearth of knowledge.
Yeah.
Is that the right use of dearth?
I don't know.
Dearth?
Dearth?
Does anybody
I've never
know
heard
dearth?
of that. The word
Does anybody
dearth?
know the word dearth?
Dearth.
Dearth?
What does it mean? How do you spell it?
Does the
What does it
chat?
say?
Anybody in the chat know about the word
Dearth means
dearth?
lack.
Never mind.
That's the exact opposite of what we meant. We meant a
cornucopia.
An abundance.
An abundance.
An abundance.
There's so much of it. There's a lot of knowledge.
An overflowing shit cup.
An overflowing
of
the overflowing
important
shit
knowledge.
cup of knowledge.
Yeah.
That is
It's
Emma's
like the
brain.
5 of cups, that card where all the shit's coming out of that one cup and falling into the other cups. It's the bullshit overflowing. A plethora, that's the word.
Plethora.
There
that
it is.
is.
That's what
Thank
we were
you so
looking
much,
for. I kind of
Overreactor.
went with bullshit fucking overload fountain or whatever, but plethora is the proper word.
All right, I'm gonna really quick make eye contact with McDougal and see if is the other virtual person here, or can he be here? No, I'm seeing a shaking a head. I'm seeing a head shake.
And that is a no. Okay, so
In that case, he's now miming that he's typing. What does that mean?
What does that?
I'm not sure what that means. Oh, maybe he's saying I should check the private chat.
Do we need to know the answer now, the reason now, or is it just it's? I mean, a yes or a no would probably suffice.
I'm not sure. It's possible that he is coming back.
Oh, okay.
But when he does come back, I don't necessarily think that I want to be in the middle of another interview.
I mean, we could vamp for time, or we could make. Okay, that is a head shake and a Wow, I like this team.
I see. Oh, okay. And I now see that somebody has popped in to the. Okay, here we go. Now for this another segment.
I should have just vamped instead of talking about vamping.
I mean, talking about vamping is a way of vamping.
It's just kind of. I feel like that's a bit of a cart before the horse.
Perhaps a faux pas.
Perhaps a wrong way to do something.
Well, look, here's the thing. We have this segment that we have always done on this show. This is a segment that has always been and always will be, and it should be no surprise to anybody that this segment is happening now. here to talk about today's holiday, as he does every week. Here we go. Checking Ian with Abramson.
Hi,
Yo.
Ian Abramson here. How are you two doing?
Hello.
Great.
Good.
We're gonna
Glad to
make a
hear it.
hop-
I'm so excited to be here. Have you all heard of velociraptors?
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are my favorite kind of raptors. It's because they're named after how fast they go. Velocity equals speed, and that's what velociraptors are all about. The fastest living mammal dinosaur to ever cross the stream. What would you guys say is your favorite part of a dinosaur?
I like the ones with the really long neck.
Oh, yes! Those are also velociraptors. Those are called mama velociraptors. And then there's also daddy velociraptors, which are like, they have like a bunch of horns and tongues and like chemicals that come out and stuff. So when those come together, they can make like a baby velociraptor. And a baby velociraptor is the fastest moving thing since a train.
Since a train?
Terrific.
Yeah.
First came the trains, and then came the baby velociraptors.
That's my favorite poem. First
Yeah.
came the trains, and I said nothing, for I was not a train. Then came the velociraptors, and I said, "Oh my god, that's so cool! I wish dinosaurs were real."
It is.
If only they were.
It's too
If
bad
only.
they aren't real.
Yeah,
When I saw that movie with the dinosaurs, I said, just fucking kill me, because that's not real.
Which movie was that?
Jurassic Park.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about
Nice.
Journey to the Center of the Earth.
You know, the most
Brendan
famous
Fraser.
dinosaur movie, yeah.
it
I
is
only
so
watched
wild that
Brent-
they named an actor like as a prequel to that sitcom.
It's my favorite part of Brendan Fraser.
Yeah,
is that
absolutely.
he's canonically a sequel to the television show Frasier.
Toss salads
Yes,
and
canonically
scrambled
they
eggs.
are at least twins. I am so excited. Thank you so much for having me. Today is Velociraptor Day, a day that I wait for every day of the year. I wake up, I have a calendar that's all velociraptors every day, and I mark it off. And today is the day I finally get to say, thank you, velociraptors, for all the work that you do. When there's a fire, who do you call? Velociraptors.
Velociraptors.
That's right. Yeah. If we replaced police with velociraptors, honestly,
be
not enough
bastards.
would change.
I mean, a lot of things would change, and
I would definitely respect police more.
that is true.
And they would show up a lot faster.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They're so fast.
It wouldn't take 2 fucking hours, no matter what the fucking thing is.
You'd be like, 911. My emergency is I need a velociraptor to come and kick this guy's ass because he's trying to stab me, and a velociraptor would already be there.
Velociraptors.
You feel the teeth before you hear the sirens.
I was reading about velociraptors in preparation of this day, and some scientists believe that there were actually 3 sets of teeth in a velociraptor's mouth, and they would kind of like not like a full spiral, but they could kind of like shift them around a little bit. That's what some scientists have figured out looking at the
like
jaws.
floor sharks.
Like floor sharks. Yeah,
They're
I'm
like-
sure they are. I've never heard of that
Walk around
creature.
on the floor.
And that first row of teeth is actually for kissing.
Yes, you all know how when teeth touch other teeth, it's called kissing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You
Kiss
know,
with your
like when you kiss really hard, you can accidentally kiss down on your cheeks and make them bleed. That's that's yeah. French kissing is when you do that, but it's you biting your tongue.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh la la.
That's right.
Kinky. And romantic.
Absolutely. One of my favorite things about velociraptors is they, by virtue of having arms that could not touch, they were all ambidextrous, because any dinosaur that had those kind of like wing hands, they couldn't touch. So they had to get really good at using both hands depending on what angle they were using. You know, if they wanted to scoop something up, they had to be able to go like this, but also go like this.
Yeah. Is the coconut on the left or is it on the right? Doesn't matter. I can get it from whatever side.
Famously, velociraptors eat a lot of coconuts. Wow, Clancy, I cannot believe that we decided to roast your friend
at the exact same time.
with the exact same words at the exact same time. This castle ain't bored. We're velociraptors.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's why the Velociraptor was the mascot for those Coconut Krispies cereals.
Ooh, yes, that's good.
A
I'm
feisty
cuckoo
cereal.
for velociraptors. Sorry, go for it.
Yeah.
I'll stop
And it
yelling.
was just a shrieking raptor. And the kids would be like, I'm so fucking hungry. I hate my fucking school. And there's
and then the velociraptor would burst through the wall and fucking eat them.
Yeah, and just start biting people. And they'd be like, thank you.
Thank you, velociraptor, for eating my children.
Coconut Krispies. And then the guy's like, do you love the fucking splash of coconut?
Now, we clearly are all on the same page as to what like an assertive velociraptor looks like. But could we go around and each do an impression of an injured velociraptor?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Great.
go first,
Okay, here we go.
Ben. Oi.
What was the best one?
Three very different personalities. That was the Marx Brothers of velociraptors for sure.
All right. Oh man, I think we learned so much about velociraptors.
Oh my God,
just
we're learning
now.
about businesses. We're learning about our history, our American history.
American history.
Yeah.
Velociraptor.
Speaking of that, before I go, I just want to thank you so much for having me. I do have a channel that's called Ian Abramson, but I want to talk more about velociraptors because they are part of American history. America, before there were pilgrims, was called Pangea, and all of the dinosaurs lived in America as connected to Africa and stuff. So what?
All right. Thank you so much, Ian Abramson, for joining us. I
was
appreciate
great.
you being here. What a great time.
Wow,
And
American history just keeps on going.
Now's
When will it end?
I mean, now's the big one. Now's our A-list guest.
Now we're getting to the fucking
Our
meat.
the big one.
Yeah,
Here
we've been
comes
chewing through
here
skin
comes the
and
big one.
bones all day, and today we're getting to the real
It's fucking beef
fucking
time, baby.
brisket.
It's beef
The,
city up in here. Are you ready for the beef?
Are
You
you-
can't handle the beef.
Come on, let's make it loud in the fucking
Here comes the
comments
beef.
section.
Don't touch my beef.
Yeah,
Everybody, please welcome professional miniature golfer, Steve Palmer. Steve Palmer is his name. Steve Palmer.
Holy fucking shit, Steve Palmer.
Oh yeah.
Holy
oh, man.
shit.
Great to be here. Great to
I love
be
how you
here.
did
God.
your classic fist pump.
That's what that I
Holy
know what the
shit.
people are after.
Everybody
When I
fucking
make an
believes
appearance,
the classic fist pump.
I was just in an airport in Albuquerque, New Mexico recently, and I was
Man of the world.
my flight was delayed, and so I was sitting at the
Holy fucking
at
shit.
the airport bar, and all any of the passerbys would say is, Steve, do the fist pump.
Do the
Steve,
fist
do
pump.
the fist
Oh
pump.
my
You
God,
know,
classic pump, dude. Oh,
they all
fucking
they
shit.
all want to
That
do. I think they
rocks.
call them boomerangs. Of me,
Oh yeah.
having a drink and
Doing a fist bump.
and giving the roar.
People
Steve
getting
Palmer.
on the TikTok being like, I'm here with Steve Palmer. He's about to do the fist bump.
And I do it every time because
Every time,
I
yeah.
know I appreciate those that support
For
the
the
world
kids.
of mini golf and celebrate it and bring more awareness to it and
Yeah.
continue to grow our sect of this beautiful game.
I mean, it's one of the biggest. I think it's one of the biggest sports in the golf world.
There's a lot of metrics that point to that of the alternative forms of traditional large range golf that mini is in fact the most popular
I
of
feel
them.
more
like-
subtle. There's so much more details. You know,
Yeah.
that's
It's-
why the Joker uses a knife.
You know what?
And it's all those little details. That's what makes mini golf so good. And I'll tell you what, that when you sank a hole in one that one time, that just blew my tits off, man.
When it
Yep.
went through the dragon and around off the tail. and
That
then
was,
into the hole.
Albuquerque in 2014 is what you guys are referring to.
Dates.
A lot of
a lot of Albuquerque.
A lot of
dates.
Albuquerque.
that's a big stop on the circuit
Albuquerque,
for a lot of us
big mini golf
lifers.
city.
Huh.
But yeah, the Dragon hole-in-one, that's paid for a night on the town or two. I'd certainly say that.
Okay, you as one of the most famous professional mini golfers, Steve Palmer, what would you say is your favorite obstacle to deal with on the course?
It depends on the time of year. I think it depends on the conditions, the location, all those sorts of things. But
you're asking Picasso what his favorite color is.
What his favorite brush to use is, right? But
it's a spectrum.
Someone that's been a mini golf guy as long as I have. I think that us old timers, we've got to say the windmill, or they take our mini tour card away from us.
You'll lose that jacket.
Right, that
the club winning.
The
jacket.
The loop-de-loops, the whirlwind, some of those things. Those are for the kids. But the windmill, it was there. No,
the windmill was there when back when we barely had a course.
Yeah, back
before the
Don
tour
Quixote
days.
Was fucking mini golfing back in fucking France.
Don Quixote, truly the first mini golfer.
Big mini golfer.
Don Quixote.
A lot of the painters, incidentally enough,
all those Dutch
shared a
guys.
similar passion. There's a story we joke in the mini golf circles that Van Gogh didn't chop his ear off because he wanted to give it to a woman he was in love with. He just couldn't solve a windmill one day. And
sometimes there's
chopped his ear
nothing to do
off.
but chop a piece of yourself off like a real artist.
I think that's very true and very real. I think that honestly, there's no more important thing you can do in your life than get that ball through that windmill. And if you can't do it, it eats you up inside.
I'd say there's it's the greatest challenge that there is. There's a lot of challenges
Some would say it's hitting a fastball in Major League Baseball, but
it's not.
I guess it's not.
It's nothing because that windmill, it goes in front of the hole.
Ben, I tell you, I've seen a couple of those Major League Baseball players play a couple rounds on the mini courses with me, and those are some meltdowns. You think they're mad when they strike out, when they can't solve a windmill or time up a hill right. That's where you see real athletes start to crumble.
Yeah, and it's all about keeping your composure when you're out there. Is it called a green or is it just called
the whole thing's the green? That's the best part of mini golf is the whole thing's the green.
You're dancing from the tee shot, but it is not as commonly known as the green because it's a lot more common in the mini circles to see a blue or a pink or even a red.
Yeah,
felt.
I went to one that was it was all black lights. And it was just a bunch of fucking bricks on the ground. You had to bounce your ball around off the bricks.
Sure.
And it was a waste of money.
The indoor facilities, they're the Charlie newcomers to the mini golf circles.
It's like bowling in black light. Destroys the integrity of the whole
really
thing.
Does.
It makes it hotter, but not more professional.
Hotter?
Yeah, it makes it sexier.
Yeah,
there's a sexiness to it.
Is the darkness makes it sexy, or is it the glowing that makes it sexy to you?
It's both.
Okay.
It's turning up the contrast on life all the way.
Tournament organizers have, in an effort to make the tour a bit more sexy, have asked us to do more tournaments in the dark for that reason, so as to shield some of the gentlemen on the tour's faces.
Oh.
At least partially.
What do you mean?
Well, because a lot of them aren't exactly the Prince of fucking Prince of Handsome.
We're not making the cover of People magazine.
Not exactly a gentleman's
unless they do another
watch ad.
I'm still not sure. I think you're gonna have to explain a little bit more.
A lot of these dog-faced fuckers don't belong on camera.
Oh, they're ugly.
Yeah,
they're ugly people.
Well, that's a lot of what the research has shown.
The problem is that my only experience with professional mini golfers is you, and you are one of the most attractive people that I have ever seen in my life.
I can do okay at an after-hour spot and say Albuquerque or
we've got
Albuquerque.
We have a pretty good question here. Who is the bad boy of miniature golf?
You know, in my younger days, I would have to say it was myself. You know, I got into the mini tour the way a lot of younger golfers did. In my collegiate years, I was playing the traditional form of golf, but just a few late nights, a few decisions, a few bridges burned, you know, a few hazy evenings kind of linked together, and
Start doing drugs.
you end up with a little less options. The mini tours requirements for keeping your card are a little bit less stringent than the main one. So a lot of people do say that the mini golf tour is the bad boy tour to the traditional pro tours more.
Okay.
Yeah,
buttoned
we're not
up.
these fucking successful doctors and people who play professionally. This is bad boy. This is
Who
the
have the
demolition
money to be at a
derby of golf.
country club.
Yeah.
No. You're not getting far as a doctor if you're trying to make it on the mini golf tour. It's just the hours, the travel.
Look, I can't
From
afford
where Albuquerque to
A
Albuquerque.
lot of southwestern stops.
Albuquerque to maybe Santa Fe,
Maybe
and then
Galveston,
back to
Alpine, Texas,
and then Albuquerque.
and then usually you'll hit Albuquerque a few times.
Yeah.
In between those,
Sort of like just like bouncing back and forth. Albuquerque
Arizona,
sure.
that's where a lot of us spend time
Tucson.
between the tournaments. Is Arizona's got a lot of year-round facilities. Tucson is a good city, real good.
Is there a drink named after you? That's a good question.
You know, in
we were talking earlier
About Arnold Palmer,
and
who's a
also
professional. A big range golfer.
long range golf.
Long range
full-size
golfer. Yeah, and then you have Arnold Palmer is that's like lemonade and iced tea.
Correct.
And then, so what is your drink?
You know, it's again another joke amongst the mini golf tour is that the long range golf has the Arnold Palmer, and then we'll say when we're together at an airport bar and say Albuquerque or something like that. Having a few, waiting on a connecting flight, getting back over to the Tucson area, something we'll say, long range golf has the Arnold Palmer, and mini golf has the Steve Palmer. And what it is you take a shot of your favorite liquor and you pour it into a glass, and then you pour another shot of that liquor in there, and that's the Steve Palmer.
Double,
right?
So it's kind of like a half and half liquor, and then also the same liquor.
Well, in my younger days, it would be two different liquors, but those mixtures.
That's the best. Just
it's tough to
fucking gin with fucking vodka, or just like vodka with tequila, or just wine with whiskey. Just drop it in there.
Like a
sake with
beer with Bailey's.
Wine, fucking Kahlua with just a big beer.
Water with just a drop of antifreeze occasionally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
if the bars are closed.
Getting totally fucking blitzed.
Also, blood.
Pouring one of those blitz balls just into the plastic jug of vodka, and then just fucking railing it up your nose. That'll wake you
up.
Or
That'll
buzzing up like some celery in a blender with also like a car.
Little motor oil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be tough to get to the Tucson Miniature Golf Center for those morning tee times after a night of those.
Just do it one eye open, you know what I mean?
Sure. Hey, that's all you need.
What's your? Yeah, that's a good question. Wow, Radio Free Multiverse hitting out of the park with the questions. What's your relationship with disc golf?
Oh, those are good kids. The disc golfers, the discers, they call themselves. I don't really care for it, but we come across each other. Okay, especially in the Southwest, there's some fun discers that get to Albuquerque quite a bit.
A lot of drug addicts playing disc golf. A lot of heroin addicts and weed smokers, dope smokers.
I think it's akin to
which is all well to do, but like, why would you do drugs and then go for toss a frisbee when you can just do drugs and drink blood like I do?
Yeah. It's so amazing to meet you.
Hey, it was great to be here. Listen, if anybody is going to be in the mood to catch some mini golf live and going to be in the Albuquerque area,
Anybody in the Albuquerque
for
area,
these next 6-7 days, there's some good tournaments going on.
Albuquerque, sound off in the comments, Albuquerque. Come on. Ding, ding, ding,
Sound
ding,
off.
ding, 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 ding.
Real quick.
Yes.
Can you stick? We
Just
have
say
one more
ding.
segment. Can you stick around for it?
Sure.
It's a little bit of a game show. I think we're gonna bring Emma back to play our game with us, and it's a little game we like to call. Perfect. Is it? Okay, now we do this.
Is it Pogger?
Yay.
Pogger!
Wait, no, we all at the same time.
Okay.
It.
Poggers!
And now we're playing Is It Poggers? So here's do you guys have played before? Steve, do you know what Poggers means? Have you heard this word before?
I don't believe that I have.
Okay, well, then we sort of have a problem because canonically I'm not allowed to explain how this game works anymore.
I can explain.
Okay.
Well, okay, so like poggers is just a word that means if something is poggers, then it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think I get it.
Yeah.
And so what happens is, well, I can't actually explain the game. Can you explain how the game works?
Well, we bring something up and then we decide, is it poggers?
Yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
much. That's a perfect. Oh, here we go. How about this? The Albuquerque area.
means
Is it
true.
poggers?
The Albuquerque area is. I'm going to go ahead and handle this one as someone that's there pretty frequently for work-related reasons. That Albuquerque is extremely poggers, particularly the airport.
Oh yeah.
Especially
Spend a
Joe,
lot of time in
who
the
works
airport.
at the Chili's bar there.
Sure.
Breaking Bad
Relax.
is
The Chili's
poggers.
or the Chili's to go.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of good art in that airport.
Do you guys have any experience with Albuquerque?
I've met some comics from Albuquerque and haven't had that good of a time with that, but like,
But they weren't in the area at the
Yeah.
time.
yeah, they weren't in the area at the time.
I think that there is I think that I visited Albuquerque one time when I was very, very little. Because my aunt worked there briefly or
Your
something.
aunt,
My aunt.
auntie,
Well, I have to.
aunt.
I say it like
Aunt.
aunt because that way I know that I'm talking about a lady who is my mom's sister.
It
and not-
real quick. It's
not
hard to
a
call
bug on the
anything.
ground.
It's
And
hard to
not a
call
bug.
anything in Albuquerque work.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Right.
Fair. So maybe she was
That's
just
so
hanging out
nice.
there. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a pretty poggers place to me. Can you describe Albuquerque?
Pretty poggers. The most gorgeous mini golf facilities.
So you
Doesn't
mostly
sound
see
very
the
poggers.
You
airport
could,
and the mini golf courses.
I
Yeah.
could see it being pretty hospitable to ants.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Wait, aunts or aunts?
Yeah.
That's true for many of the places that
bet
I
ants
frequent
love
for
it
work,
there.
though.
Okay, so Albuquerque, I say yes.
I'm gonna say it's not poggers.
Here's a question from Jazz Fans in Montgomery. Albuquerque Airport got a Sbarro? Is there a
Ooh, that's a
Sbarro
good
in that
question.
sucker?
Not a big pizza town. That is a small blemish.
That's
They don't all
rough.
have them on their roofs.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to have to change my mind then. If it's not a big pizza town, it's not a big Clancy town. Not poggers. No pogs. Here we go.
Not
Next one.
poggers.
It looks like from me. I don't know how that happened. Bowling.
Bowling.
I didn't type that, but somehow it's from me.
We've been
McDougal
hacked
is
by a
pointing
Russian
at himself.
bot.
I see
Ah,
McDougal,
McDougal.
pointing towards himself.
You sly, you
Bowling.
shisty one.
You got to change accounts first, McDougal.
Okay, bowling. Is it I like bowling so much.
Yeah.
I love bowling. I've
I think it's
gotten
fun.
Bowling is
back
poggers.
into it.
Bowling's
you
like
guys-
giant mini golf, kind
Have you
of.
guys seen that GIF that's been going around Twitter where the bowling ball fucks the bowling pin,
Yeah.
and then comes really hard and blows it into the other bowling pins, and then it says strike.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
I saw that every day in middle school.
I watch that every morning when I wake up. At
It's
9
kind
a.m.
of the best GIF I've ever seen.
Better than actually bowling, but bowling is still
poggers.
great.
Bowling is
Yeah.
fun.
Bowling is
Honestly,
extremely
like even when
poggers.
bowling sucks, it's still poggers.
It's true.
Because also bowling is one of the only sports that like you can just like buy fries while you're playing it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can get drunk while you play it.
Yeah, a pitcher of beer,
That's
bunch of
great.
fucking nachos. Everyone's sharing a goddamn ball like it's spreading COVID.
Yeah,
and
you're all
then
sticking
get
your
a
fingers
strike,
and everything.
and then like you can always try to fucking throw it between your legs and look fucking rad in front of everyone.
I always
then,
try to throw it overhand.
Sure.
Yeah,
There's
bowling.
They get so angry at me. At
They
the
fucking
bowling
hate that,
alleys, 'cause I
'cause,
throw
like,
it overhand and then it slams onto
it's
the.
straight up vandalism.
Yeah,
like,
it,
you're taking like
honestly-
a year off of the life of that lane.
Yeah, I've destroyed a lot of lanes in my life. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Something happened.
Something did happen. We've been hacked by a
but yeah,
Russian satellite.
I'm pro bowling.
Yeah, I'd
Bowling
say
is poggers.
How can you not be?
Also, that one guy. Who do you think you are? I am. Best guy.
Yeah, that was
Pete
the
Weber,
funniest
yes.
thing ever.
Weber is
That was fucking awesome.
history's greatest
Yeah.
boy.
Whenever you go bowling in a group, there's always one friend that can spin it, that does the spinny way,
Oh
Yeah,
you know,
and that's
then
poggers.
and
then it
that's
comes
pretty
back at you.
poggers.
Mm.
You ever do that with a basketball where you like throw it but it's spinning and then it like rolls back, it bounces back towards you?
That's
course.
poggers.
Fun.
To
That's
be
Yes,
also
that's when you
poggers.
put backspin on it.
It's a very fun
Yeah.
time.
All spinning of
Oh, you know
balls
about
is poggers.
basketball too? I assumed that you just knew about.
Well, the concept, putting backspin on a ball is fairly universal when it's
All right.
when it's a
All right.
sphere.
All right, let's see. Long golfing. Is it poggers?
No,
Like big golf.
Like
The-
big
golf.
Correct. Yes.
long
Large
golf.
I'm into large golf.
I have a complicated past with that game, and I don't want to say how long it's been since some bridges were burned, some decisions were made that kind of led me on the path of focusing primarily on they say in long golf that you drive for show and you putt for dough. Well, I thought, what if we just putted for show as well as the dough? And I think we're all happier with that one.
So mini golf is like an evolution from long golf.
I think to those of us that are more advanced, it
Wow.
sure
It's
is.
only the important part.
Long golf is a bourgeois cult.
Real quick, here's a real question I should have asked earlier.
Driving
should have
ranges
been my
are
first
working
question.
class.
So
Yeah.
you play mini golf. You've played regular golf. You ever play that mega golf?
Now, to me, in my lexicon, mini golf is the mega golf. So you'll
No,
have
but I'm
to
talking about like
educate me.
giant ball,
Oh wow!
like ball this big,
Big
Yes.
ball. What are there big clubs?
and then big giant clubs that you have
Right.
to swing like this because they would just go like 10 feet into the ground if you swung them down. You got to swing it like this, and then you hit it, and then you have to like bounce it like over buildings and into like volcanoes.
Yes, they play this game on Epstein's Island. It's only for the very, very rich, much
Okay.
like
That's what they were
hunting
doing over
people.
there?
Well,
it is true that
in
that
the
is another
evenings.
bourgeois trap, but big golf.
Wait a minute.
Big golf is big
I
golf
assumed
is
the other thing
poggers.
was the evening.
no.
activity.
That's what they close their nights with.
Oh my
Was
god!
a little more wholesome.
Do the other thing in the morning and then do mega golf
Right.
at night.
Yeah, because
Quick
you want to
nap.
do it while
It's all
you're still Jesus.
You wanna
You
do it
wanna
while you're
while you're
fresh.
still fresh.
Cleanse your palate, so to speak.
Yes, but big golf is poggers.
Especially the driving range. I think that's the
I
sweet
think.
spot.
I mean,
Driving range, I give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Driving range is completely poggers. Long golf is a 0 out of 10, not poggers. It's
Yeah.
a bourgeois thing to make working class people feel bad.
Radio
I'd agree
Free
with that.
Multiverse claims to have never heard of mega golf, but
Mega golf is an 11 out of 10.
I think it's real.
Mhm.
I think it's real, and I've seen it. I've seen it, and it is real.
You have to bounce your ball off of a fucking jet.
Yeah.
They got that
Like a
the idea
hole-in-one.
for it from that video game Rocket League.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's
No,
also there's a
I
video
actually
game
think
that's like
that Rocket
giant
League
robot
got the
golf.
idea from
Pretty
Mega
good.
Golf. Let's see. The next one. Sausages. Are they poggers?
Extremely poggers.
Sausages.
Is that?
It's like
That's
a dog
thing,
food.
right?
Yeah.
It's like dog
That's
food.
for
Yeah.
dogs.
They make my dog poop bad, so not poggers.
Oh.
Mhm.
I think dogs.
I'll
Think
bet
it's
your
poggers.
dog thinks
I
it's
don't
very
really,
poggers.
That's true. He does.
Hmm.
Have
he's
you
biased.
ever tasted it? Does anybody know?
No,
anything
but I
about it?
want.
I actually have had a sausage, and it
It's-
does not taste good.
I've had a milk bone.
I've had
What's
a
a
milk
milk bone
bone as
taste like?
well.
It's dry.
Really dry.
Yeah.
Just dry.
Yeah.
It's just
Does it
dry and
taste
doesn't
like
have a lot of
dry
flavor.
milk?
Cardboard.
Yeah. You'd
Yeah.
think it has a bit more of a graham cracker thing going on, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it really just kind of.
If you
All
mixed it with
texture.
water, do you think
Yeah.
it would be milk?
It would soak it up. I think it would probably disintegrate pretty quick.
If you had it with like almond milk, it might taste like fuck. It would feel like a tasteless slush.
Mhm.
Maybe it would turn into like a protein shake, sort of.
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah,
kind of a
definitely.
chalky.
Okay.
But like, food for dogs is seriously like F grade meat. You can feed them literally just like dead shit, and it's fine.
Is it fine?
Yeah, because dogs eat dead things in the wild.
I'm gonna say no.
Don't
I don't
eat
think
sausages.
It's the
I
same.
don't think sausages are poggers.
My dog is a sensitive boy.
Getting
You know?
and for
Your
those
dog
reasons,
stoked.
I'm out.
getting your dog
not
stoked is poggers, but there's another way
Yeah.
besides
There's
sausages.
gotta
That's
be
true.
a better
You
way.
can get freeze dried salmon.
Introducing.
That's the way.
What about just like regular ass sausages? You could just give them.
Yeah.
Sausages
They
are for
love
sure
that.
poggers.
I
That
love sausages.
that's something everyone can
Yeah, we
enjoy.
can enjoy that together. That's nice.
Yeah,
What if
Make
that
a
was a
sausage.
typo and it was actually supposed to be sausages?
like
No, it
classically.
was on purpose.
You remember Scorsese used to say about his dog when
Give
he
me
was
a
making
fucking
breakfast.
sausage over here.
When he was making breakfast, he would say, "I make one for the dog, and I make one for me."
That sounds like
Really?
something Marty would say.
Yeah, that's something.
Oh,
Marty used
Marty,
to
you
say.
got another masterpiece, Marty.
my buddy Marty. He used to say, "When I'm making breakfast, it's one for the dog and it's one for me." And that's exactly what he sounded like too. He sounded. Fun fact: Marty Scorsese sounds exactly like me. Yes.
In
Everybody
interviews,
does
he
say
actually
that.
does, yeah.
Oh shit!
When I first met you, I was like, "Who's this Martin Scorsese motherfucker?"
I mean, some people
Yeah.
think that we might be related.
Now I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
that
go.
really sells
Right
it.
when you sit like that, it really
Says,
shows
yeah.
through.
Like
That's
and
Marty.
subscribe.
That's Scorsese to a T.
That's full Marty. All Marty. Okay, cool. All right. I think that that is good. I think that's.
We figured it out.
I think we did it.
Pog, and that's poggers.
I think we did a whole show.
Poggers.
I think what we just did is an entire show. It's
Yeah.
I think it's possible that we just did an entire show, and that's what we did.
Wow.
Let's go.
Do you guys have anything that you want to tell the internet about that they should maybe point their faces at? You don't have to.
Follow me at the Ben Harkins on Instagram. I'm making all kinds of Garfield designs and weird propaganda shit that will actually turn you into a better person.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
it's good art. It's really messing with my
It
brain.
is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at Ben's art.
Look at Emma, you don't want anybody
I
to.
don't do. I don't use the internet. I don't do it.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yards only.
Yep, that's right. Find me outside and give me money.
Steve,
and
is
I'll
there
give you what I got in
anyone-
my pockets.
Or anything that you think people might.
A lot of fun tournaments coming out again. Albuquerque day after tomorrow. Going to
Make
be
sure to take
bouncing
a bus
around.
down to Albuquerque.
If you're sort of in the Albuquerque area, you might want to.
Coming out, enjoy some mini golf. Maybe we'll have a beverage together.
Oh yeah, Steve.
Hey, if you're paying, sure.
Steve Palmer.
Steve Palmer. That's correct. Okay, look,
It's clams on clams.
There's a friggin' Patreon, but I don't really want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about the Patreon. I don't even care if you know about the Patreon is the thing. The thing is that the Patreon is something that even if you thought to yourself, oh, I want to support the Board Castle, and because it seems like they're doing cool stuff over there, and they maybe have a lot of cool things in the works that are maybe coming up, like new things, and I want to support that being able to happen more often, and so that Clancy can do a real job less often and do this all of the time. And I don't even want you to care. I don't care if you know about that, is the thing.
We
care.
don't fucking give a shit.
I don't
what you know about.
Fucking drink piss directly out of my dong instead
Piss
of
into a
glug glug glug
drink
glug.
Some piss out of a dog bowl and
put your
glug
mouth
that
all
shit
the
up.
way around a dog bowl and chug that piss down instead of
supporting art.
Instead of knowing
about open your back throat up so you can get it all the way down there and your gag reflex doesn't get in the way.
Just put 1 drop of formaldehyde in there.
1 drop of formaldehyde.
Get high off of that shit. It
is
feels
that-
good.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Feels fucking good. Just breathe it in. Don't support
anybody.
anything.
Don't
Just
support anybody.
live
Don't
alone
like
in the
things.
black hole of your own life. Don't help art.
Don't know.
Don't fucking help anyone.
Fucking.
We don't give a shit.
Don't.
We don't.